Hi, welcome back to the channel, another episode of Photoshop Tips and Tricks. And today we have a question from Tiffany Mills. She asks, what is the easiest, fastest way to change the color of an object in a photo? That's a very good question because actually I have a method that you may really like. It's definitely easy and it's definitely fast. Now keep in mind that it depends on what kind of image you're talking about. If you have a very busy image and say the specific object that you want to change is say a green and the background is green and there's a lot of other green elements in the image, this isn't going to obviously work. But if you have an image of a specific color and there's not really a lot of that color anywhere else in the object, if at all, this will definitely work. For a good example, I'm going to show you this on a selective color image, this car here. As you can see, it's a black and white, and we painted the car in. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the color of this car. Okay? Now, you're in luck because it's definitely a simple way of doing this as opposed to the other methods such as color range, and actually you don't even need to make a selection. What does that mean? Well, it means you don't have to go to the quick selection, the magic wand tool. You don't have to do any of that. You're going to actually tell Photoshop what to change without making selections. So that's easy. That's a good method of doing it. Okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to actually go to HSL, Hue, Saturation, Luminance. We're going to bring that panel up. Now as you see, we have the hue here. Okay, we want to keep the preset at default, and it doesn't matter under the master what color you pick, just pick any other color. So in this case we're going to pick reds, but any color will work because what we're going to do is we're going to specifically tell Photoshop what to change. So we're going to take the eyedropper here on the left, the eyedropper tool, and we're going to just start selecting. And the more you pick, the more you select, the better. The better the image, the better the color selection will be. You have to go to all the gradients, dark, the light, the shiny parts, the dull parts, as much on this image as you can, as much as the color is where the color's at. Okay? So again, we don't have to really go too crazy here. And then what do? We start sliding the hue saturation slider to the left. Now watch. Look at that. So we're basically picking the color. Now, look at this. This is kind of cool. Check that color out. Now obviously if you start to see things funky and it's missing certain areas, you can actually click the eyedropper tool and hold the shift button, and you can start adding spots that you missed. Okay? You can start adding the spots that you missed, and then it will make it more of a better selection. Okay? So that's how you do that. Not too bad. It's not that complicated. Anybody can do this. It's a great tool. Let me tell you, it's amazing how just with the click of a few buttons of the eyedropper tool, how Photoshop is able to take the entire image and then change specifically what you want. And of course, you could start messing around with all these sliders. I mean, you can get the exact effect and color that you want. If you want to add a little punch to that, if you want to make it kind of rustic and dull, you can mess with the saturation, you can mess with the lightness. Look at this. I mean, we're getting completely different effects now. So this is definitely cool, of course, before and after. Okay, before, after. So play around with that. Thank you, Tiffany, for the question. That was a good question, and I hope it helped you. Try it out. Let me know how you like it, and check again soon with the channel, as there's a lot more tutorials coming up. Take care, everyone.